If you or a loved one find yourself in a situation where you've been injured as a passenger on a bus here in Mississippi, there's a few things that I can recommend that you do that would be in your best interest, but that also may help you or your legal counsel later down the road as attention turns to the likely legal claim that you would have. First of all, and I say this on all personal injury cases, is please, for the love of God, get the medical help that you need. The first thought on your mind, it shouldn't be the legal claim. It should be on getting the medical attention if you've been injured. Get the help you need, get the treatment, do what the doctors tell you. Importantly, do the follow-up treatment. If they tell you to go to rehab, go to rehab. If they tell you to come in for a follow-up, come in for a follow-up. If they tell you to go see a specialist, go see a specialist. Focus on your health and getting better, because ultimately that's what it's all about. If you don't have your health, you really don't have anything, as the saying goes. So we want you to get better, we want you to get treated. Focus on your health first. There's also, just from a legal perspective, and we're having a legal talk here, so it's important to say this, there are legal benefits to people who get the medical treatment they need and who follow the doctor's orders on all of the follow-up during their treatment and recovery process. And the legal benefit to that is that we end up with a good, clean, consistent record of that person's injury, their diagnosis, their treatment, and how all of that impacted their life throughout the timeline of that injury, treatment, and recovery. That has tremendous value later on down the line when we're pursuing the legal claim that eventually will come. It has tremendous value from an evidentiary standpoint, because we're able to show those details, show the consistency of the treatment, have full documentation of all that. But also it helps eliminate the gaps in records that we sometimes see that can cause problems or create problems. So, medical treatment first, that's the most important thing. Once you've gathered yourself, and I'm not saying wait months or years, but it can be minutes, it can be hours, it can be days, but when you realize that you are injured, when you realize, probably gonna be a claim come out of this, don't try to talk to the adjusters yourself. Don't try to deal with the bus company or their insurance company on your own. You're gonna need legal representation if you've been in a bus wreck. Just point blank, there's no way around it. You are going to need legal representation if you were injured in a bus accident. And so the quicker that you get that representation, once you realize you're injured and that there's going to be a claim, the more that your legal representation can do to protect your interest, to protect your rights, to document, and through all of that, to maximize the value of your claim and make sure that you are fully compensated and that you are paid fair amount on your claim. That goes for everything from documenting the site of the crash to getting experts involved early on so that they can do their work and documentation that's going to help with your claim down the road, to dealing with the bus company the insurance company, the adjuster, because you don't need to be doing that on a claim like this. So getting legal representation involved early in the process. The other important thing, particularly on cases like a bus crash, 18-wheeler wreck, really any kind of personal injury where there's really catastrophic or serious injury or death. But something about bus wrecks in particular, when they happen, they sort of bring out the attorneys that'll just show up at your door and come knocking. And folks that you've never heard of, folks from 3 states over, show up knocking on victims' doors, their family members' doors, showing up at the hospital. Try to avoid that. It don't matter how many cases like that they've handled, or what they tell you in terms of their competence. You should really just be wary and try to avoid attorneys like that. The other sort of extreme in terms of selecting counsel, where we see it come up in this context, is in this type of catastrophic event, reaching out perhaps to an attorney that the victim or their family already knows, but in a different context. For instance, an attorney who did a deed for them, or an attorney who handled their divorce, or the attorney who, handled their speeding tickets or something like that. They may be good folks, and they may have done a great job on the other work, but if you or a loved one have been involved in a bus accident or some other type of major catastrophic personal injury event like that, you really need an attorney to represent you who does personal injury litigation day in and day out, who is not afraid to litigate the case, who's not learning on the go, but someone who handles personal injury claims on a daily basis, who is prepared to step right in and handle that litigation. And it just doesn't need to be someone who dabbles in a little bit of this, a little bit of that, or whose primary practice is something else. And again, that's no slight on anyone, but it's just good, solid advice. The same way that if you were on trial for murder charges, you probably don't want to hire a personal injury attorney to represent you on that. You want someone who's up to speed on criminal trials and criminal representation. Same thing, on this. You want someone who deals with it day in, day out. So, those are the biggest pieces of advice in terms of what will get you on a path to recovery and protect your interest and put you in the best position long term if you or a loved one have been involved in a bus crash. And that is, get the medical attention that you need. Don't in any way try to handle the claim on your own. Get legal counsel involved early, and get appropriate, competent legal counsel who does personal injury claims on a daily basis and who will litigate those claims to get you maximum value and a fair payment. That is essential. So if you have any additional questions about a bus wreck claim or any other type of personal injury claim, my name is Brad Morris. I'm here with Brad Morris Law Firm, PLLC, and just know we're available to answer your questions. There's no charge for a consult of any kind. Just reach out to us through our website or give us a call, and we'll try to get you whatever information you need, get you pointed in the right direction, and most importantly, just try to get you the help that you need and deserve on your claim. Again, my name's Brad Morris. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this.